Hi guys, happy Saturday. So, I kind of wanted to touch on, first I wanted to touch on the Djinn that I do have for sale right now. She's a Murad, a Djinn, and she doesn't want to be here. She does not want to be here. There's too much masculine energy for her. So she's very sweet. She's very warm. So, her attributes I have listed in the previous video above. So for her, she'll come with some really nice things. She will come with how to invoke her, or evoke her, not invoke her. You want to evoke, not invoke. How to communicate with her, what kinds of things that she likes, and all that good stuff. And you will get her full name, which I will not be giving out to anybody except for the owner. And so yeah, she'll come with some stuff. It'll be like a little set. But she's not liking it. I don't know. She's not liking a lot of stuff. But yeah, this morning she told me that she didn't want to be here anymore because it was too masculine. I was like, oh, really? Me? I don't think so. It's the gold Djinn. So, and then with the really strange crystal, that was more of a... it's connected to the gold Djinn that I do have currently. So it's pretty cool. Wow. Just, I mean, the tarot, everything, the Ouija, everything is being like so smooth. It's so much more powerful working with that Djinn, having that Djinn with you. I am just amazed, literally amazed. So, very happy, and I mean, the visions that they give are incredible. The visions, the bursts of information, which are downloads, it's just incredible. I love it. So yes, she will come with her own personal things and items once I get them ready, and once I find out more, I have to channel more of her and do a little more for her. So it's an amazing ride. It's just so awesome. So the gnomes, yes, my chocolate sundae, he is very active today. Ever since he's been active ever since really I've gotten him. So my servitor's name is Alpha Trom. My gnome, his name is Elfham. Don't know. It's a traditional witch word for Elfheim, where we go when we pass, or the land of the fairies, or the land of the gods, the goddesses. So that's kind of what that is. Only he made a word play with Elfheim for Elfham, or Elfham. Hum. It's hum. So that's what I was getting at. So all right. And then I've been seeing 1117 for a long time. Finally knows what I didn't figure it out. I had no idea what it meant. But yes, somebody else figured it out for me, and I am very glad. Thank you. Very happy. Alright, so, ridding myself of a lot of negativity recently, especially on social media, which is ridiculous. I don't know why I stay on it. Because I'm stupid, and I am a ridiculous millennial. Which is ridiculous. I did not grow up with all this stuff, so why should I have it now? It's an addiction. So, what do you guys think about people that just get pissed off and, throw things out there like, oh, well, you better not piss a Satanist off. You better not piss this witch off. I think I've gone over this before. So, enchantments and spells. We will go over enchantments and spells again. Alright, so we have said in our doctrine what we think of these enchantments, and to the extent to which this power appears to us to be dangerous and real. So the true mage enchants those whom he disapproves of, and whom he believes should be punished, without ceremonies and solely through his condemnation. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. He enchants even those who do him harm, through his forgiveness, and the enemies of initiates will never get away with their injustices for very long. Okay, so the magician actually enchants those who do him harm through his forgiveness. Okay, this is completely... Well, I don't know much about Satanism, especially a spiritual Satanist. I have no fucking idea what that is. I really don't care. So, but yeah, so it's just kind of reversing the roles here. So these people think that they're, throwing out all this, negative stuff at you, when in fact it's just going right back at them. And as you forgive that person, which I have, it just goes right back to them and it makes them more miserable. So I'm seeing how magic is making people more miserable when they try and say, well, I'm going to, you better watch out because I'm going to start working with my demons now. So they get even more miserable. So, don't come at me and, especially through a message, and tell me that somebody has went and bought heroin a bunch just because I called them out on their bullshit. That's not my fault. Grown adults here we're talking about. Grown adults. So, I think this is vital information though. So we ourselves have observed numerous examples of this fatal law. So the hangmen of the martyrs always perish in unfortunate circumstances, and the adepts are the martyrers of intelligence, but Providence seems to despise those who despise them, and has killed those who look to prevent them from living. Ding ding. The legend of the Wandering Jew is the popular poetry of this arcanum. So a people had sent a sage to his torture. They told him, walk. Okay. When he wanted to rest a moment, well, that the people will suffer a similar condemnation. So, it will be entirely prescribed, and for centuries they will be told, walk, walk, without finding any pity or rest. So when you're giving out that energy, saying, how powerful you are, and you're boasting and gloating about, oh, you're just so powerful and you have ties with Lord Satan. Actually, Satan is a Christian term, so you are actually worshiping the Christian God. It's very true. I love when people say hail Satan, because they're actually... The Christian God created the Christian Satan. So you are giving praise to the Christian God, because that's what Satan and Christian God are, the same. Yahweh. Very strange. Very strange, isn't it? Walk, walk, without finding any pity or rest. Don't give people your pity either. It's not worth it. So, alright. This is good too. This is, people, you guys need to read this book, seriously. The Doctrine and Ritual of High Magic. Eliphas Levi. It's something new every time you open the book. So, this is great. Alright, a learned man had a wife whom he loved madly and passionately, in the exaltation of his tenderness, and he honored her with his blind faith, and relied on her for everything. Vain with her beauty and her intelligence, this woman became envious of the superiority of her husband and began to hate him. After some time, she left him and compromised herself with an ugly, spiritless, and immortal old man. This was her first punishment, but that is not where her sentence had ended. The learned man spoke this single sentence against her: I rebuke your intelligence and your beauty. So, 1 year later, those who encountered her could already not recognize her. A chubbiness had begun to disfigure her. She Oh, she reflected in her face the ugliness of her new affections. 3 years later, she was even uglier. 7 years after that, she was mad. Like insanity. So this occurred in our time, and we knew both persons, according to these people. So mages condemn in the manner of mages condemn in the manner of skillful doctors, and that is why we cannot appeal their sentences once they have pronounced a warrant against a guilty person. So they do not need ceremonies or invocations. They need only abstain from eating at the same table as the condemned. And if they are forced to sit at the table, they should either accept nor offer him salt. So the enchantments of sorcerers are of another kind and can be compared to actual poisonings of the current of the astral light. So basically all these people that are, oh hail all Satan, you're worshiping the Christian God. In all honesty, you are. So, alright. And the current of the astral light, the intoxication of that, it's pretty bad. So they exalt their will through ceremonies to the point of rendering it venomous at a distance. But, as we already noted in our doctrine, they most often expose themselves to being killed first by their infernal mechanism. What is that word? Machinians? Whatever. So, alright. Serpent always eats its tail. I feel really short. I don't like this. I don't want to be short. There we go. A little better. There we go. Alright, so. Now I like this. Alright, let us criticize here several of their shameful procedures. So, this is what people are doing. This is ridiculous. You don't threaten other people with magic. That's just stupid. I mean, that's kindergarten stuff. Literally, I'm gonna throw a rock at you. Ooh, so scared. Alright, so, okay. They procure either the hairs or the clothing of the person who they wish to curse. Then they choose an animal who, in their eyes, is a symbol of that person. Through the hairs or clothing, they magically link the animal to the person. They give it their name, and then they kill it with a single cut of a magical knife. They open the chest, tear out the heart, and envelope this still beating heart in the magnetized objects. And for 3 days, at all hours, they thrust nails, needles, heated in fire or long thorns into the heart, while pronouncing curses upon the enchanted person's name. They are then persuaded, and often with reason, what the victim of their odious operations goes through as many tortures as though they actually had all those points stuck into their heart. The victim begins to waste away, and after a time dies of an unknown malady. So it's said. Another enchantment used in the countryside consists of consecrating nails for works of hatred, with the sinking fumigations of Saturn and the invocations of evil spirits, and then you follow behind the person you wish to torment and nail in the form of the cross all the marks of their footsteps that you can find in the ground or sand. And that is called trapping someone, literally. You can see it in Sabrina, a very CGI, crazy, magical movie magic. Alright, so another more abdominal enchantment is practiced like this. You take a large toad and you baptize it with the last and first name of the person you wish to curse. You then have the toad swallow a consecrated host, upon which you have pronounced formulas of execration. Then you envelope the toad in a magnetized object. You link it with hairs of the victim upon which the operator had first spit, and you bury it, all either under the threshold of the cursed person's door or in a place where they are obliged to pass over every day. So the elementary spirits of this toad becomes a nightmare and a vampire in that person's dreams, unless he knows how to send them back to the culprit. So, it really is ridiculous. So what it more says is it's really about jealousy. It's a lot of jealousy. Enchantments. So enchantment is more infallible if one can procure the hairs, the blood, and the best of all of a tooth from the enchanted person. It is what give rise to that proverbial way of speaking, "You have a tooth against me." So, and that is a French way of holding a grudge against somebody. So, okay, so where did I go? There was something in here. So, alright, here we go. Alright, so a threat is a real enchantment because it acts strongly upon the imagination, especially if that imagination easily accepts the belief in unlimited occult power. So, I don't believe in Satan or the devil. So, those are empty threats. So, if you don't believe in something, it can't. If something doesn't strike your imagination to the point of like getting you worked up into a frenzy, like some people get really freaked out and think that they're cursed, and then they become cursed because that's a self-fulfilling prophecy, is an enchantment. So, the terrible threat of hell, humanity's enchantment over several centuries, created more nightmares, more sicknesses without name, more furious follies than all the vices and all excesses combined. Vices are drugs and alcohol, or self-harm, self-sabotage, whatever. Yeah. Hell, the threat of hell has caused much more harm than all the drugs in this world. That's sad. That's sad. That says a lot about Christians. So, So this is what the Hermetic artists of the Middle Ages symbolized with their incredible and unheard of monsters which they inlaid in the doorway of their basilicas. But enchantment through threats produces an effect absolutely contrary to the intentions of the operator when the threat is obviously vain. Take that into consideration, all of that. You have to. You have to. So, when it revolts the legitimate pride of he who is threatened, and in consequence provokes his resistance, and lastly, when it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous because it is overly terrible. So, there we go, empty threats. Do you guys feel you're being, someone's saying, well, I'm going to curse you, so don't piss, insert name of your title here. Yeah. It's only going to hurt the person that is threatening you. So, they're blank bullets. Blank bullets. I would say BB gun bullets. Paintball gun bullets. So, it is the secretarians of hell who discredited heaven. Tell a reasonable man that equilibrium is the law of the movement of life, and the moral equilibrium and freedom rest upon the eternal and immutable distinction between truth and falsity, between good and evil. Tell him that, graced with free will, he must find his place through his works in the empire of the truth and the good, or eternally fall down like the rock of Sisyphus, that looks like syphilis, into the chaos of lies and evil. He will understand this doctrine, and if you call the truth and the good heaven lies and evil hell, he will believe in your heaven and your hell, above which the ideal divinity remains calm, perfect, and inaccessible to anger as to insult, because he will understand that if hell in principle is eternal like liberty, it could be no more than a passing torment for souls, since it is an expansion. Expiation. And that the idea of expiation necessarily supposes that of reparation and the destruction of evil. So, I'm really finding out a lot especially from this book, especially from people. So I'm being very observant of people lately, and yeah, that's my conclusion on a lot of these Satanists today. A lot of them, even witches. So, if you are worshiping Satan, you're worshiping the Christian God. Alright, so this is said not with dogmatic intentions, which could never be our motivation, but to indicate the responsible and moral remedy for enchantments of conscience through the terrors of the next life. So let us now speak of the means of escaping the deadly influences of human anger. So, you can, yes, of course, human anger. You project your anger, you're going to feel it. But, you push that away. I learned to do that. It's taken me a long time to do it. 19 years. 18. Alright, so the primary means is to be responsible and just, and to never offer an opportunity or a reason for anger. So, I always try to keep calm. That's why I tell you guys when I'm pissed off, I ignore everybody. A legitimate anger is something to be very afraid of. This is why you should hurry to recognize and expiate your faults. If the anger persists after that, it certainly derives from a vice. So look to find which vice and strongly unite yourself with the contrary virtue. So the enchantment will thereafter have now no power over you. And that's really honestly how you flip it around. It's honestly how you flip it around. So, you wash your towels and the clothes you have made use of carefully before giving them away, or burn them. Never use an item of clothing that was used by someone unknown to you without having purified it with water, with sulfur, and with scents such as camphor, incense, amber, etc. What am I wearing? Musk, not amber. Alright, so, okay, a great means of resisting enchantment is not to fear it. Enchantment acts in the manner of contagious sickness. So when you see these people online making those empty threats, just remember that. Remember that it's going to go right back to them. Brush it off. Yesterday I just had enough. And I said, please, with enough. With your, it's so low. It really is low. The Satanists I know are actually really nice people. They respect people. They respect other people. Big time. So, and they don't, open their mouths and, go off and say, don't piss the Satanist off. So, I have quite a few true Satanist friends that actually know what the hell they're doing. And they know that, why are you going to waste your energy on cursing somebody? Is it worth it? Is it worth hurting yourself over? Nope. My big fat cheeks are nope. Okay, in times of plague, those who are afraid are struck first. So the means is, it's not fear, it's not to fear evil, is to not be, it's just not to be preoccupied by it. So just you can have a healthy fear, but just don't, dwell on it. I don't. And with complete disinterest, since it is in this book, since it is in a book on magic, I have written that I place such counsel as strongly advise nervous persons, the weak, the hysterics, the superstitious, the idiots, the lazy, and those who lack willpower, those who do drugs, literally, to never open a book on magic, to close this one if they have opened it, and never to listen to those who speak of the occult sciences. Indeed, to make fun of them, to refuse to believe and to drink al fresco, as was said by the great pentaguralist magician, the excellent priest of Medon. So, as for sages, and it is time for us to occupy ourselves with them after having dealt with the madmen. So, literally, those symptoms are of the madmen or women. Okay, so where did I go? Okay, so there are a few curses they fear, other than those of fate. But since they are priests and doctors, they can be called upon to cure curses, and here is how they must do so. So, one must get the enchanted person to do something good for the enchanter, render him a service which he cannot refuse, and work towards bringing him, either directly or indirectly, to the communion of salt. So that is, share a meal with that person, which is salt is included, and I mean everybody, well, I don't. I really have to watch my sodium intake because of the fibromyalgia. It causes really bad flare-ups, and it's really bad for your joints. But it's also a really great purifier, too. Okay, so now, a person who believes himself to be enchanted by the excretion, I can't talk today, and burial of a toad must carry with them a living toad in a box made of horn. I ignore it. Just say whatever and go about your business. So, for an enchantment pierced by pierced heart, one must make the sickened person eat the heart of a lamb seasoned with sage and verbena, and have him carry a talisman of Venus or the moon in a small bag filled with camphor and salt. So for enchantment by wax figurine, one must make a more perfect figurine, give it everything of the enchanted person they can give it. Then put the 7 talismans around its neck. 7. Place it in the middle of a large pentagram representing the pentagram. Pentacle representing the pentagram, and rub it lightly every day with a mix of balm oil, after having pronounced the conjuration of the 4, to divert the influence of the elementary spirits. So after 7 days, one must burn the figure in a consecrated fire, and you can be sure that the statuette made by the enchanter will lose all of its virtue at the same moment. But I still say, ignore it. Ignore it. Literally, enchantments and stuff like that. Word of mouth, power of suggestion. So when literally someone says, don't piss me off because I am, insert your title that makes you oh so above everybody else here, they're liars and charlatans. Also the person, the priest, or the practitioner that claims the powers of the spirit that they worship are charlatans and liars. I mean, even the devil, even Satan, will push your ass to the ground. So, where did I go? Where did I go? Okay, so we have already spoken of the sympathetic medicine of Paracelsus. That's what it all is. That's really honestly what it all is. So, it is sympathetic magic. So, which treated the members of wax and operated on blood from wounds to cure those wounds. This system allowed him to employ the most violent remedies. He also had his principles, specifics, sublimate, and vitriol. We believe that homeopathy is a reminiscence of Paracelsus's theories and a return to learn practices. So yeah, that's true. Home remedies, homeopathy, using the oils and the crystals and all of these amazing things that, Mother Earth gives us, and all the good plants. Mother Earth takes care of us. Alright. So, alright, the resolution of parents which commit the future. Oh, this is interesting too. So, okay, so the resolutions of parents which commit the future of their children are enchantments, which we can never condemn too much. Children devoted to the white, for example, almost never prosper. Those who were devoted in the past to celibacy often fall into a debauch or turn to despair and to folly. It is never permitted for a man to do violence to destiny, even less so to impose constraints on the legitimate use of liberty. So, So yes, very basic stuff. Where did I go? So yes, pretty much. Seriously, I would just tell these people, yeah, where am I? I can't find any of this. Any of what I was looking for. Alright. To protect oneself from negative influences, what do? Do you guys know? The first condition is to not allow one's imagination to become enthused. So if someone throws something out there like that at you, just be like, yeah, whatever. Just don't even. So, all fanatics are more or less mad, and one dominates a madman by taking him by his folly. So you place yourself then above peripheral fears and vague desires. Believe in supreme wisdom. Be convinced that this wisdom, having given you intelligence as the unique means of knowing, cannot wish to set traps for your intelligence and your reason. You see all around your effects, proportionate to their causes. So you see causes which are directed and modified in man's domain by intelligence. In summary, you see good as being stronger and more essential than evil. So, why would you suppose an immense unreason within the infinite, since there is reason in the infinite? The truth hides from no one. God is visible through his works, and he demands nothing of his creatures which is against their nature, of whom he is their author. So, faith is confidence. Having confidence not in men who speak badly of reason because they are madmen and impostors, but in the eternal reason which is the divine verb, that veritable light offered like the sun to the intuitions of all human creatures of this world. So, if you believe in absolute reason, and if you desire more than anything else truth and justice, you need not fear anyone. There you go. And you will love only those who are kind. Your natural light will instinctively repulse the wicked, because they will be dominated by your will. So, just, yeah, pointing a few things out here today. Thought it was interesting. So, thus, even venomous substances which could be administered to you will not affect your intelligence. They might render you sick, but they will never make you a criminal. So what mostly contributes to rendering women and men irrational is the flaccid and hypocritical education they are given. If they did more mental work, if they were taught about the world in a more frank and liberal manner, they would be less capricious, less vain, less futile, and in consequence less accessible to evil seductions. So weakness always sympathizes with vice. The vice. A vice is something that we like, a cup of coffee. Drinking coffee all day, smoking all day. drinking all day, vices. So, because vice is a weakness which only gives the appearance of being powerful. So, folly is horrified by reason and takes pleasure in all that is exaggeration and lies. So, heal first the intelligence of the sick person, the cause of all enchantments, the venom in all potions, the power of all sorcerers. Yeah, sorcerers is found there. So, lots of good information that I think a lot of people really need to read. So, basically, enchantments, threats, empty threats, ridiculous. I'm gonna break this chair, I'm gaining a lot of weight, you guys. Shit. So yes. But yes, like I said, what was I saying? Forget. I was too amused by my eyebrows, I didn't know I could do that. Do I always do that on here? If I do, tell me. Okay. Coffee talk. Jesus, you guys, wow. Thank you for, thank you guys for all of your likes. Wow, that's crazy. Alright, hello everybody. How are you? Alright. Such is life. Not too much longer. I'll be there soon and even out that energy. Almost May. March. What's next month? Is this March? March, April, May. Oh, we have 2 months. I thought it was next month. I was really excited. That's okay. Hold it for now. Jody Sims. Hi, love. How are you? Alright. Yeah, you got to hear my morning voice. All of you did. Terrible. Alright, she's incredible and very powerful. Great video, Sugar Plum. I love you. God, I do. You're amazing. I cannot... I'm just very glad that you're in my life. I think it's great. Alright. Fortnite A. Can you do live? What? Live what? I need specifics. Specifics. May Queen. Hello. How are you? It's May. No, it's March. Okay, I have been on all the medications you listed. Seroquel is some evil shit. Oh my god. Glad you found the right combination for yourself. Love and light to you. Oh, thank you. And to you too, my darling. Yeah. Yeah, that was some very awful stuff. Oh my god. No. My doctor, or my psychiatrist, is literally this little teeny tiny guy. This heavy, thick accent. And he tells me, take, baby dose. Because I'm baby dose everything. Anything too much is just too much for my body. And I don't know, I took it to him, I gave it back to him, and I told him I wasn't going to take it anymore because the first 2 nights I felt like I was being possessed or invaded by the body snatchers. And then I took it back and I gave him the bottle and I said, I'm not taking this no more, it's evil. And he looked at me and he goes, why you here? Why you here? You want to be better? Do you want to get better? Do you want the voices to go away? I was like, no, not now. They're good in my head. Alright. Marjorie, your makeup is so perfect. I'm jealous. Oh, well. I love you. I don't have makeup on. Nothing today. Marjorie, good video. You're awesome. I love you, my darling. I love you. Alright. Anders, Angel, and Reason. Hello. That was a tongue twister. Thank you. What'd I do? What did I do? You're welcome. I don't know what I did, but I like my hair in that video better than I do today. Alright, Jody Sims. Hi, my love. People are so terrible and cruel. I agree with you 100%. People should just shut up, stop, and let others live. We need to talk SCP, love. That's why I got off Facebook. You will be happier with a break from it. Yeah. I don't like anyone bitching at you over sweets. Oh. Yeah, because I'm gaining too much weight. Anyways, okay. You are so sweet. I love you to death. You are sweet. I would bring you sweets daily. Oh my god. Really? Okay. That's a deal. That's all I want. Alright. I will forever cherish our friendship. So will I. Oh my god. You are amazing. Oh, Eric, co-editing is amazing. LOL. Stay on him to change his name. I like his real name, Eric. I think it's... Did you just hear my stomach? It needs a soul. He makes me smile. A lot. Like a lot. He makes the fangs show. Who are we talking about again? Oh, EA co-editing. Yeah, I know he is pretty amazing, isn't he? I would pay good money to see that man dance. With Michael Ford. No, separate, but I would pay both of them very well. God. Yes, anyways, okay. Never stop. No, never ever stop Ouija. I won't. I'm not. I just go through bouts. You are my go-to reader. Oh, thank you. I adore your passion. I'm glad you found Creepy Hollow. I love that. I sent you the link via email. My god, my stomach, but you may have missed it. I did miss it. Sorry, I should have highlighted it. There are so many Djinn races. They haven't been discovered yet. You're amazing. I love you too. I love you more. Alright. Wired Ferret. Hi, my darling. How are you? Alright. Gold Djinn would be happy with an espresso cup. I have one. That's what Lesantísima Muerte has. I think I need to get her a bigger one. Alright. Wired Ferret. Hello. I believe my son is bipolar. He has clearly defined cycles of being super productive to being just completely incapable of managing basic self-care. Yes. Yes. It's one extreme, and then it's like a kind of like a very even, and then it's way down, or it's really high mania, or it's extremely low drop off. Those commercials when you see the people scattering around on a house of cards and you're on shaky grounds, literally that's what it's like. It sucks. So for anyone that says bipolar people lie, they can just fuck off. Do some with bipolar lie? Yes, but I think those are the minority. Most just want to function. I mean, I guess I would lie about having it. No, I wouldn't. It's part of me, so. Andy Apocalypse. Hello. Happy fucking Friday. Happy fucking Saturday. Oh, you're funny. My Jesper Quinzel, how are you? Oh my god, 4 subs away from making it to 8,000 subs. What? Don't say that. Don't say that's a lot of people. When we get into the K's, shh, I love you. Oh, thank you, my hubby. I love you. Michael Crocker. You need some healing in the healing box? Is that your full name? Fyro? Really? Why did you even say this? This is so stupid. Dear Lord, protect me and my family. You can't even spell. Me and my Famil. For Foreber. Foreber. And after I watch this video. Amen. Hey lady. What are you guys doing that for? Oh, my Jenzak, I love you. My Jenzak. Sheila Nagel. How are you? Magical Mia, I love you to death. Ian. Ivy, hi. How are you? God, ew, I'm getting rid of you on here, Gucci. Gucci, whatever. Yes, hide you. Ah, oh, there we go. Alright. Netheria Fade, how are you? Maria Renteria? Hi. Lily Moon, hello. Dr. Oates, hello. Ross Chammings, hello. John Hirsch, hello. Hola. Damn thing, God, my stomach is gonna it's eating itself and I don't know how I could possibly be that hungry. But yeah, so, alright guys. Once I figure out more about her, I know you don't like to be handled. Once I figure out more about her, I will have her up. So, she's finicky, I'm sorry. So, alright guys. I'll see you all tomorrow for Sundays with Satan. We can all laugh at that too, so. You all with all of my heart. All the way from Venus. All the way back down. Hell. So, alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow. And everybody have a good day. Stay safe, and remember, ignore all of that crap.